So what have they made you? 3% a year, 4% a year. What are you going to do with that? Inflation is more than that, so you're now what? Losing money. Hi, it's Marcus de Maria here, and what I want to tell you about, and this is so important because it's around February, March time, is you're going to be seeing out there, and it's going to start right now, invest your ISAs, don't forget about your self-invested personal pensions, and all the big institutions and the banks are going to say, invest with us, invest in us. Listen, yes and no. On the one hand, absolutely make sure you take advantage of your ISA and SIPP allowance for sure. And do not give them your money. That is not what you want. Okay, so let me explain first of all what an ISA first of all is. I want you to imagine it is like a tax wrapper, literally like a sweet. Okay, so just imagine this being a wrapper, okay, and your money, and it's around 20,000 this year per adult per household. So let's say you have a partner and you live in the same house. I don't know whether you have to be married or not, but 18 years and over, 20,000, I'm allowed to ferret away. And I know what you're thinking, by the way. You're thinking, oh, am I supposed to get 20,000? Well, you should have started a bit earlier. Well, you can do it next year. Just put, whatever, 500 a month, less, more, 1,000 a month in, and then you'll be able to do it. Because everybody does the same. They go, I need to get 20,000. First of all, it's up to, okay? And secondly, just put in what you can and get into better habits next time. So let's say you put in 20 grand, okay? 20,000 in here. Now, you're going to be buying, selling, and hopefully growing this. By the way, how much tax are you paying? 0. None, nada, nichts, nichivo, nein. Okay, 0 tax. Niet, probably is another one. No. You're not going to be paying any tax at all as you are. So you could be building this 20,000, and by the way, next year you can put in another 20,000 or whatever up to, right? Put in 1,000 or 500, whatever, and you're building it. You don't pay any tax. But Marcus, what about when I take it out? Yes, none. 0, and all the other words that I said before. Okay, you don't pay any tax on this. That is why it's an amazing tax wrapper for you. I want you to imagine it as being a little bit like a pension, like a second pension. Only this one, the difference with this and a pension is that it's extremely liquid. Now that's great because you can get at it at any time. Yes. That's what's terrible about it, because you can get at it at any time. The idea, but in an ISA, an individual, maybe I should have written this. What is an ISA? Maybe I should have started with that. Is an individual savings account. Ugh. That's an ISA, right? An ISA. Okay? My goodness. If you can read that, I should give prizes away. So an individual savings account is an ISA, and I would heartily encourage you to do it and see it as your second pension. And if you have a choice between the two, what are you going to do? What do wealthy people think? What do we always teach? Make sure you do both. Do everything you can to ferret this away, because don't forget, it's liquid. In other words, even if you're invested in something, you can quickly sell it and you can put it into your account within just a few days. So it's liquid, so it's there. So it's like having another savings account. Now, the one that I want you to do though, and this is very important, is this, and this is the big mistake that most people make, is they say, oh, but Marcus, I have an ISA. I said, do you? They say, yes. I said, yeah, but you have the wrong one. They go, well, how do you know? Because I know. Because what you have is you have an ISA with a bank or with a fund. You've given them your money. So what have they made you? 3% a year, 4% a year. What are you going to do with that? Inflation is more than that, so you're now what? Losing money. So you don't want that. What you want is a self-select ISA, right? One that you have control over. You can still set it up with a broker or a bank or whatever, but you select what you put in. And what you want is a trading and investing ISA or a stocks and shares ISA. Okay, you want one where you can choose what you're going to put in there. You don't want a savings one. You want a stocks and shares one. You don't want to. Why would you just put 20,000 away? What? It's not growing. So every year this is worth less and less and less because everything is getting more and more expensive out there because of inflation. You don't want a savings ISA. What you want is a self-select stocks and shares ISA. We're going to be trading and investing it. That's what you want to be doing, okay? So let me know what kind of ISAs you have below here. What kind of ISAs do you currently have? And by the way, also, without making any recommendations, but you know, are there any self-select ISAs that you have that you're happy with, right? So for example, you might be with a broker and they have very good service, or maybe they have very low fees. So let's help each other. Just put any comments below about who it is that you use, okay? So individual savings account, 20,000, total tax wrapper, you don't pay any tax, it's extremely liquid, and remember the one that you want is a self-select, very, very important, a self-select I think it's a stocks and shares ISA. That is what you need. Could be a trading and investing ISA. Look it up. I'll make some notes below here to make sure it's the right one so that you know, okay? But we religiously do it, and if we need the money, we can still get at it. And that's what's not so good about it, is because you can access it. Okay, so in a moment, I'm going to make a video about a pension kind of equivalent to this called a SIPP. A self-invested personal pension. So we're going to do exactly the same thing. We're going to wrap it up. We're going to take control of it. We're not going to give it to anybody else to screw up. We're going to do it ourselves. I was going to say something else there, to screw up. But you can't get at it until you're a certain age. So can you see? Now, again, which one are you going to do? Both, if you can. Some people say, but I can't afford. I know this is going to sound harsh. Get a second job. Work at the weekend. Do something in the evening. Ask for a raise. Add value to your employer so that you can ask great questions like, well, but okay, so what do I need to do in order to earn more money? How can I add more value to you, Mr. Boss, Mrs. Boss, in order to add more value to myself? Okay, so ask better questions. Don't just go in and say, actually, I should do a video on that, on how to ask for a raise. Okay. Diego's like, yes, I would like to know that. I can't stand it when they listen to my stuff and use it on me. That's the one thing, okay? If I teach you something, don't use it on me. Use it on everybody else, okay? So that's the ISA. I hope you learned something there. And if you did learn something there, then just quickly press the like. I would really appreciate it. And I think almost more importantly, make sure you subscribe. Why? Because then I will always be sending you information that you can use immediately in order to grow your money investing and trading, and also with mindset and psychology. Okay, thank you so much, and remember, always invest with passion and profit.